What's up, YouTube? My name's Chance. Channel is Chance Bishop's Breaks, and today we have ourselves our fourth and final gold booster box here of Life TCG Birds First Edition. This opening is brought to you by the Chance Bishop YouTube eBay store. Link in the description down below. We have daily 25-cent auctions every day, Sunday to Saturday, starting 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's get into this bad boy right here. So last box was not the greatest, right? Is it one? Is it one, two, it's two. You got an albatross. That's our. It was one of these Ascension Frigate Birds. Ascension Frigate Bird. That's what it is. So Hollow Ascension Frigate Bird. Worst YouTuber here, because apparently I don't have sleeves. No sleeves apparently. There's my sleeves. My sleeves are right there. Sleeves were to the right of where they should have been. By the way, best YouTuber out there, most professional YouTuber you've ever seen. You know, sure, we don't do $100,000 openings, but we do lose our sleeves 2 minutes into the opening. We have a Snowy Owl. Good old Snowy Owl right there. Canada Goose. Ooh, we have the blue and yellow macaw. That's our first full art of the opening. Common pheasant. Bald eagle. We have the lilac-breasted roller. We have the Baltimore Oriole. And we have the Southern Philippine Dwarf Kingfisher. That is a mouthful of a name right there. All right. Coming off of our very long-winded bird. All right, here we go. We got the mallard. Ross's goose. The Sacker falcon. We've seen this falcon a handful of times. The horned lark. We got the white-crested Turaco. Good old Turaco. European goldfinch. And we have the Juan Fernandez Fire Crown. 4,000 Juan Fernandez is out there. Gotta pop open some new sleeves. There we go. Juan Fernandez. Flip. Don't know why I didn't do that right off. Rip. This pack did not rip good. Got the Baltimore Oriole. OK baseball team. We got the Indian peafowl. We have seen our fair share of peafowls in our last couple openings of this product. All right. Blackbird, common gull. We got the winged, the wandering albatross. Yes, it winged the first time. It is a second wandering albatross, right? We've gotten so far. Now we got the Ascension frigate bird the last time. But we have seen the albatross before, so the sentiment still kind of stands. We have at least seen that bad boy in the past. Canada goose. We got the Honduran emerald. It's not a bird's color. Good old emerald. We have a flying rock. Gonna move our base off of our thing. It's kind of jostling the camera. We got the monk parakeet, the puffin, harpy eagle, and we got the Dalmatian pelican. Good old Dalmatian pelican. It's a fun one there. Definitely have gotten more full arts than, no, I'm sorry, more hollow rares than full arts so far. So let's see if that figures itself out the more we get into this opening. We have the blue crane. Speaking of not getting a lot of full arts, the blue crane. It's a crane that is blue from South Africa. It's South Africa's national bird. Look at that. You're learning something here in this channel. Besides that to be a bottom tier host, you learning that the national bird of South Africa is the blue crane. We have the Galapagos penguin. I don't believe we've seen the Galapagos penguin before. 2,000 is that population. Speed about 14 to 15 miles an hour swimming. Not a bad one there. Galapagos penguin. I did go to the Galapagos back in... What year did I go to the Galapagos? I want to say I went to the Galapagos in 2011. 2011 I went to the Galapagos. Got the great hornbill. Full art. Saw Lonesome George, Charles Darwin's pet turtle. I don't believe we saw any penguins, now that I'm thinking about it. Didn't see much wildlife outside of what was in kind of the sanctuary. Blue and yellow macaw. Good to see him again. Yeah, we went swimming off of, I don't know, one of the islands. That's all it is. It's just a collection of islands. So we went swimming off of one of the islands, and they're like, oh yeah, these waters, they're known to have sharks and sea lions and blah 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 and all these things. And the guy's like, if you see a shark, you're usually fine. They're gonna leave you alone because the water's so warm that they're just gonna leave you alone. Same thing with the sea lions and the sharks. You got nothing to worry about. Just kind of act natural. Don't create a fuss. We have our hollow pack. I'm gonna save that for last. Yeah, we didn't see a thing. Didn't see a fish. Didn't see a sea lion. Didn't see a shark. Even brought us to like this crevasse, I guess. This rocky outcropping between this cliff face and there's like a freestanding cliff face. There's a cliff, like a ravine, that the ocean was in, and then on like another rocky outcropping. And like, oh yeah, this outcropping always has dozens of sharks in it. And like they're always just kind of there, and there was not a soul. You get over there, and this guy's like hyping up this, this crevasse full of sharks. Could not be more of a overstatement of how many sharks were supposed to be in said crevasse. There was not a soul. Yeah. So, you know what they do have a lot of, though, in the Galapagos? A lot of dirt, a lot of rocks, stray dogs, lots of stray dogs, and coconuts. They do have coconuts over there. All right, the Eurasian hoopie. You got the Toko toucan. It's a full art. Put on the full art pile, not the hollow foil pile. We got the rufous-headed hornbill. Got that in our last opening, I believe. That was our lowest population card from our last open, was that rufous-headed hornbill with 2,500. I think the opening before that, we pulled one that was like 200. So, still got time, though, to make a comeback here. Get a real nice low pop pull. Tawny Frogmouth is not going to be that pull, though. 10,000 tawnies out there, not a low pop guy. Nope, that's not even close. That's the base pile to put him in. He's so common. We have so many of them, probably. I'm like, yeah, we can just kind of put him in the base pile. All right, common barn owl. I wonder what barn owls used to do before we had, barns. Oriental bay owl. And the same thing. What did these guys do before we had bays? Like, they're called barn owls because they took up residence in barns commonly. And I'm assuming those took residence up in bays. Unless you mean like a bay as in like the water. It's probably mean like the water mass bay. Got the horned lark. We got the white cockatoo. These dastardly birds can live, like 40 years. People get them when they're old. They die. Birds still got 35 years left in them. Golden eagle. European golden finch. Got the Dalmatian pelican as a hollow foil. Don't believe they've only pulled the full art, not the hollow foil. Nope, we are running low on packs here. The box sprung open. 3 at the front. Got the Andean condor. Not a bad one right there. Good old Andy and his condor. The monk parakeet. Got the gray-eared nightjar. Gotta sleeve them up. Almost didn't sleeve up our nightjar. I think it's been a while since we've seen the nightjar. Usually, I think the first 2 boxes, we got 1 or 2 nightjars and 1 or 2 frog mouths. I don't think we got one in our last one. All right. We got the lilac-breasted roller. The blue jay. We got the Marshall eagle. One of the characters from Friends, Marshall. No, that's not Friends. That's How I Met Your Mother. Confusing Ross and Marshall. Probably just created some cardinal sin there between the two fan groups of Friends and How I Met Your Mother. Northern Spotted Owl. High pop animal right there. 15,000 on the hollow foil. We got 3 packs left here. And then we'll open up our hollow only pack. Honduran Emerald. We've got this rock again. Got our second flying rock full art. 2 packs. Got the Snowy Owl. Full art. Last normal pack, here we go. Blue Jay. And Toko Toucan. Alright. Last pack, here we go. 10 cards. All 10 cards are... How did it rip like that? Alright. We got the Nygaard's Sunbird. Christmas Island Frigate Bird. Tawny Frogmouth. The Northern Spotted Owl. The White-Crested Turaco. The Dalmatian Pelican. The New Zealand Rock Wren. 150 blue-eyed ground dove. That's the lowest pop I think we've seen so far. The blue-eyed ground dove. That is a wildly low pop right there. 150. Honestly, probably one of the rarest cards in the set. I know I've said this before when we have pulled low number cards, but 150, that is a low pop card. That is a card that very few people are finding right there. I think we found a couple rock wrens. I think this is our second rock wren. But 150 on a pop count, that is an insanely low animal count right there. That is not something you are going to see in every opening. But so we're going to sleeve these bad boys up real quick. I get a quick recap going on of our full arts and of our hollow foils. Good old Christmas Island Frigate Bird. And our Sunbird. Alright, so start off with our hollow foils here. You have the Nygaard Sunbird, Christmas Island Frigate Bird, Tawny Frogmouth, Northern Spotted Owl, White-Crested Turaco, the Dalmatian Pelican, New Zealand Rock Wren, Oriental Bay Owl, the Bluebird of Paradise, the Toko Toucan, the Northern Spotted Owl, Great-Eared Nightjar, Andean Condor, Dalmatian Pelican, Oriental Bay Owl, Tawny Frogmouth, rufous-headed hornbill, New Zealand kaka, white-crested turaco, Galapagos penguin, Honduran emerald, wandering albatross, the Juan Fernandez firecrow, sacker falcon, South Philippine dwarf kingfisher, snowy owl, Ascension frigatebird, and capped off by the creme de la creme to 150, the blue-eyed ground dove. Now those are just our hollow foils. Take a look here at our full arts. All right, we have the snowy owl, Honduran emerald, the Marshall falcon, lilac-breasted roller, the golden eagle, white cockatoo, Toko toucan, golden eagle, the snowy owl, the blue and yellow macaw, the great hornbill, the blue crane, the Dalmatian pelican, an Indian peafowl, the white-crested turaco, another lilac-breasted roller, and the blue and yellow macaw. So, if you guys enjoyed today's opening, hit that like button, comment down below, text on YouTube though. Peace out, rock on, stay super classy, and we'll catch you on the next opening here on the channel.